So there's this man I know who lost everything. He lost his business, his marriage, his house. And here's the crazy part. None of that happened overnight. It wasn't this big mistake that caused him to lose everything. It was 1,000 small ones, day by day, choice by choice, until one day he woke up and his entire life had collapsed. And I want to tell you what happened so you don't make this same mistake. Because the truth is, there is a way to avoid failure. You can failure-proof your life. And it's not magic, it's not luck, it's actually something that God hardwired into everything that he created. And before I give you that secret, let me show you what happens when you ignore it. See, this guy used to be the person that everybody looked up to. He had a successful business, a beautiful family, he was the man of faith, but somewhere along the way, he got comfortable. Like, he stopped reading the books that built his mindset. He stopped going to the gym and working out. He stopped spending time with God. He stopped giving his wife love, affection, attention, and appreciation. Not because he didn't care, but because everything in his life was great. And when things are going great, we assume that that's how they'll stay forever. But it doesn't. So slowly his business starts to lose momentum. His body begins to get weaker. His marriage begins to get cold. He starts to feel a little bit disconnected from God. And it wasn't anything dramatic, right? He didn't even notice this stuff was happening. It was just a slow, steady decline. Until one day he woke up and everything hit at once. His biggest client left him. His wife filed for divorce. His house went into foreclosure. It was 3 major losses in 1 month. But these things weren't sudden. That was 18 months in the making. Have you ever had a season like that in your life? Where you experience loss like back to back to back to back, and you're like, God, what's going on right now? This is crazy. What's happening? Well, here's the reason why it happens, all right? See, God plays the expansion game. Everything that he creates is designed to grow. From seeds to people to relationships to your purpose. Like, he designed us to grow. And the only way that happens is through intention. You have to be intentional about it. And the only way that things don't grow is with neglect. This is the law of cause and effect. And it's active right now in your life, whether you know it or not. So every day you don't read, your mind gets a little more cluttered. Every day you don't move your body, it begins to break down. Every day you don't pray and spend time with God, you drift a little further away from him. Every day you avoid pursuing your dreams, your purpose, your vision, it dies inside of you. See, you don't have to try to fail in life. You just have to stop trying to succeed. And that man didn't wake up and decide to destroy his life in one day. It happened because he stopped being intentional about the things that were working. So I want to ask you a question. Like, there's 4 core areas of your life. It's your faith, your fitness, your family, and your finances. Which one of these areas do you feel the most pressure in right now? Because that pressure is pointing to a sign where you stop being intentional, where you're neglecting that area. And now that you understand this, I'm going to show you how to fix it. So there's 3 things that make up the secret to a failure-proof life. Thing number 1 is attention. So what are you focused on a daily basis? What are you giving your attention to? Are you focused on the things that you don't want, you don't have, that you can't afford? Or are you focused on where you're going, what's already here, and what matters most to you? Thing number 2 is intention. So why do you want the thing that you want? Why does it matter to you? How is your life going to change once you get that thing? All right, intention matters most. And then thing number 3 is repetition. So what are your daily habits? Like, what are you doing on a daily basis to make sure that success in your life is inevitable? Because when you align all 3 of these, attention, intention, and repetition, and you apply them to your faith, your fitness, your family, and your finances, failure does not exist. It's impossible to fail. And success becomes a byproduct of your consistency. Breakthrough becomes the outcome of your discipline. And growth becomes the natural state because you were designed to expand, not to regress. So I want you to understand that your life won't build itself. That's going to require intention. But all it takes for it to fall apart is neglect. So my question for you is, are you building with intention or are you losing because of neglect? If you caught the message of this video, drop your biggest takeaway below in the comments. Share this video with somebody who needs to hear it, and make sure you remember, I love you.